What's going on, BFL fam? I'm Carlos, and welcome back to Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. I'm joined today by my friend Steven.
Hey, how's it going there?
For the first time since March in person here in New Jersey. I had a lovely weekend. I went to my brother's house and I came here after, and it's wonderful to see you. Thank you for having me over.
Of course, my pleasure. You're always welcome.
It's been a long 4 months here, but I'm glad that we're hooking up again.
Thank you.
Today we have a video on the new Ralph Lauren Polo Red Eau de Parfum. Keep it right there.
Brooklyn fragrance lover. Brooklyn fragrance lover. Brooklyn fragrance lover. Brooklyn fragrance.
Thanks so much for tuning in today. We really do appreciate it, and we hope that you're all doing fantastic. If this is your first time landing here at Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, I would love if you would consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, hit the bell icon to miss future content I upload here to BFL, and definitely show some love over there at
Thank you so much.
Redolessence. Welcome, welcome. So this is the 5th or 6th flanker of the Polo Red series, but Polo is a much bigger series from the 70s, yeah?
Oh,
From
yeah.
the Polo
absolutely.
Green,
Late 70s.
late 70s, Carlos Ben Naim. The original Polo Red series started in 2013 with Polo Red. In 2015, they had the Polo Red Intense. In 2017, they had the Extreme version. That seemed to be one of the ones that was really enjoyed by most people from what
Yeah.
I remember seeing on Fragrantica.
I like that one too.
In 2018, they had Red Rush, which wasn't phenomenal or stellar. It was okay. It wasn't the worst thing I ever smelled, but a couple of people out there didn't really appreciate it. But yeah, you know, we're not going to all love the same things.
It's not for everybody, yeah.
Last year, they had Remix, which I guess after the bomb of Red Rush for me, because it really wasn't that great, honestly. I mean, I didn't give it a great review. I thought it was okay, and I've smelled much worse things, but yeah. So I didn't even bother with last year's release. So why I went back to this one after kind of pretty much giving up on the Polo Red series was the photography in the advertisements. The bottle looked sick. It was like, it just looked amazing. I was like, I need that red bottle in my collection. Even if it stinks and it's a horrible fragrance, I need that bottle on my shelf. Sure enough, it was in Macy's, so I went and got it. And
Nice.
Here we are reviewing it for you. This came out this year. It's an Eau de Parfum concentration. It was composed by Olivier Guillotine, who is the head of Givaudan NYC.
Yeah, he's the vice president, I believe, yeah.
And they only give a small note breakdown, which is ginger, clary sage, and woody notes. But there are definitely some other things going on in this. There's some sweetness. And given the rest of the series, it was cranberry and maninka fruit was something that they always used.
Coffee, I remember too.
Yeah.
Amber. Yeah, you know what it is? You can tell that this is an expression or a twist off of the original, which came out 7 years ago. And I definitely pick up on a little bit of sweetness from it, you know, that ambery sort of sweet, fruity warmth that you also get from the original. But I think perhaps in this version, there's more of an emphasis on the aromatic properties. And I guess that's where the clary sage really gets its chance to shine this time around. One thing that I've noticed, though, is that as they came out with the Intense and the Extreme and all these subsequent versions, I felt like it kept getting sweeter and sweeter, you know, fruitier and fruitier. And I think this one is actually in many ways a regression.
Yeah,
It's a step
they
back.
did tone it down a notch.
Do you think this is stronger than the original Polo Red? In terms of
In
just
terms
the way
of
that it
sweetness?
smells? Yeah.
You know what? This has a nice opening. I love ginger in fragrances, the snappiness of ginger, I always say. That's, I think, my line of the year. I love the snappy ginger in fragrances. And I really do enjoy it for whatever
I do
reason.
too, though. I do.
And, you know, this, it starts off pretty well. Not like, oh my God, what is this? I got, it smells good. It's pleasant, you know. as it dries down, it starts to just. I won't say that it fails and outright sucks. It's flat. There's no wow factor. It's nice, I would probably appreciate it more at $40 than $100. I think young guys will like this, or even older guys. It has no wow factor. It's nice. It's pleasant. It's safe. It's not going to be the best thing in your collection, I don't think.
Right.
But
you know what I thought was the saving grace for a lot of Polo fragrances? That coffee note. Mm-hmm. And I think that coffee note, when it's utilized, it really makes the fragrance smell quite appealing. And also in the way that we don't see it used in a lot of designer mainstream fragrances. And so that, I gave them applause for that. I see that with this one, it's more of a minimalized note breakdown. I don't think the note breakdown, however, accurately reflects what it smells like, because I am getting a sweetness in here. I'm sure if you look on the back of the box, it'll say coumarin at some point, right? So where's the tonka bean? Yeah, there's coumarin right there. So they could have put tonka bean in the note breakdown. There's something sweet in there, but where is it, right, in the note breakdown? So I think in terms of the lines, Polo Green, we're talking classic, Carlos Benaim. Obviously, that was for the man, the gentleman, the mature, the sophisticated man who existed a couple decades ago and maybe still wants to wear it for the power. The blue line is, I think, the most youthful smelling of them all, or the easiest to pull off.
That's the shower jelly one.
Yeah. This, I think, is for that young guy that wants to go clubbing, maybe early college, wants to express himself, maybe is, playing around a little bit before he decides to settle down. That's what this fragrance is for.
I don't think that this is the worst thing I've ever smelled, and
right.
I'm not being diplomatic. If it sucked, it sucked. I'd say it would. That it does, and it just doesn't. It smells pleasant. It doesn't. Generic is a word I might use, but I wouldn't say that it smells synthetic.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So there aren't any screechy things going on. It's just okay.
It doesn't. You're right. It doesn't smell chemically at all. There are a lot of fragrances that we, I guess, are quick to attribute that shower gel designation to. Those fragrances to me smell chemically. Mm. This one doesn't. You can tell there is that warmth in there. There is a little bit of spice in there. There is that aromaticness in there. There is a fruitiness in there, even though it's not in the note breakdown. I don't know exactly what it is, but I do pick up on a little bit of it. But I think this one is more of an emphasis on that clary sage, which can sometimes freshen up the fragrance.
Yeah.
So with an eau de parfum designation, you would expect something that smells similar to the original, maybe lasts a little bit longer, maybe it's a little deeper, a little denser, a little richer. And I don't necessarily think that this one does it to such an extent, or I think they went in a direction that is contrary to what other companies are doing.
By the way, I think this has already hit the discounters from what I heard around.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so if you look, you're going to find a couple of pieces out there already.
Oh, man.
Now, Tom Ford, I'm warning you, if that Black Orchid Parfum lets me down,
I thought you were going
don't
there.
talk to me.
Oh, my God. I hope
But I have faith in that one, I think.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I don't think Tom Ford can put out a bad fragrance. Except Oud Mineral. I'm kidding.
Leave me alone. I'm gonna punch you, bro. It's an inside joke. I've been trying to
buy my bottle.
Tax his bottle, take his bottle, switch his bottle. You don't like it. I have something that I could trade you for, but he won't. So It's been discontinued. If you're a fan, we're going to different companies here. But if you're a fan of Oud Mineral, buy what's out there because it's going away. So is Venetian Bergamot.
Really?
So is Costa Azzurra Aqua, I think, is leaving.
Okay.
Which, good riddance. I didn't really like that anyway. But back to this. Not the worst thing you're going to smell. I think it's a little younger. Not so much high school younger, but, 20s, early 30s. For the average collector who's not a niche snob, you'll like this. You may not love it, but it'll do what it has to do. Find yourself a discount out there. I will help you smell it with a $10 decant. And that's what we do here at BFO. We give away fragrances and we share the love. So, To win a 10ml decant of this, all you have to do is subscribe to Brooklyn Fragrance Club, subscribe to Redolessence.
Thank you.
Like this video, then leave one comment down below with what you enjoyed most about this video today, or what your favorite Polo Red from the series is, or if you despise it, or whatever your feelings are on Ralph Lauren Polo Red series. Or do you like the blue better? Do you like the original? Do you like the one with
The number
horn?
collection.
Yeah. Whatever it is. We do hope that you enjoyed our time with you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care of yourselves, stay blessed, and we will see you at the next video.